Now, for more on Dell and HP's earnings results, we're joined by a telephone with Kim Caughey, and she's been named the #2 software analyst by the Wall Street Journal. Kim Caughey of Pitt Capital Group, good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me on your show.
So, what do you think of the results specifically from Dell? They exceeded analyst estimates not only for the top line in terms of sales, but also the bottom line. Does that augur good results for all of the PC makers?
I think it does. Their comments were that the corporate buyer, the corporate PC buyer specifically, is back. That's good. The fly in the ointment is everyone's been looking at their gross margins, and they came in about 1.1% lower than anticipated. And that really speaks to Dell's old strength of managing its supply chain doesn't seem to be quite what it used to be. So, I think on the call, Michael Dell's going to have to address that.
Is Michael Dell also going to have to explain more about Dell's acquisition strategy, the acquisition of 3PAR most recently?
Well, I think the acquisition strategy was there. I think what may have investors scratching their head was the premium that they paid for that company. But, Dell is really focused, more so than its competitor HP, on serving the corporate buyer. And their move into storage certainly isn't a surprise because they've been a reseller of storage from EMC for quite a long time. So the act wasn't that unusual. I guess it was the price paid.
Kim Caughey, do you like the shares of Dell Computer?
I do. I'm still a believer that Dell is a good manager and a good provider to the IT space. What I'd really like to find out is what happened to these gross margins, and we're going to find that out today.
Kim Caughey, Hewlett-Packard, the results, in a sense, already pre-announced. Are we going to learn anything in this quarter other than who might be the next chief executive?
No, I think that's pretty much the big question for HP is where do they go next? They've been acquiring companies as well to try to serve that corporate IT buyer, and I now think that, they need a CEO to continue steering them down that path. So that's a big question mark right now for HP.
Kim, what about the HP's strategy in buying Palm as an operating system for mobile devices?
Well, I think mobile is a big driver in every company's business at this point, whether it's in smartphones or laptops or iPads. That mobile component's very, very key. Whether or not HP can take what property they have in Palm and turn it into, a product that people want over the long haul, that's a big question mark too. And again, I think a strong CEO that will pour R&D into that area, that would address some of the concerns of investors.
I want to thank you very much, Kim Caughey from Pitt Capital Group, talking about the results of Dell and Hewlett-Packard.